Twice a week for 6 years, I would drive to my mom, pick her up from work. We only had one car at that time, so we had to share a lot. Anyway, there was one moment when I was exiting the freeway. I was at a red light, kicking it, like, all right, let's get this red light going. I still got school after this. I looked to my left and I noticed, wow, that's a really nice city. This is a really pretty city. But then one quick look to the right, and that city looked like it needed a lot of loving. A lot of it. The red light seemed to last for a long time now that I think about it, but it had me thinking, if these two cities are literally side by side, why do they look so different? I looked up, I looked around. I was like, okay, the only thing separating these two cities is the freeway bridge and the stoplight. I get to class that night. Before class starts, my professor always asks, okay, does anybody have anything to share before we start class? I raise my hand. I say, have you ever noticed that even though a city is right side by side to each other, they don't look the same? One city looks like it's flourishing, and the other city looks like it's deteriorating. The look on my professor's face was, oh, okay. Anybody else have anything they want to share? I know that not everyone will be interested in what I'm interested in. Not everyone will care about the things I care. That one I understand. What I don't understand is how that reality is normalized, how that reality is overlooked. After that night, I started to ask other family members. I asked friends, hey, have you guys noticed the difference in cities? Why do they look so different? I mean, aren't they all in the same county? Aren't we all in the same state? The main response I got was money. It has to do with money. One city has more money than the other. And I mean, I get it. Money is such a big thing. Okay. But there's got to be more than that, right? Am I overthinking this? Is money truly the only answer to this question? There's the assumption that the city that looks beautiful, their money goes back into the city. That's an assumption. Then the city to my right, they have money, but that money isn't going back into the city. That's another assumption. So many assumptions. When I got back home to where I normally live, I started to notice stoplights. I noticed train tracks. I noticed freeway entrances, freeway exits. I noticed so many things just by sitting at that stoplight. My perspective on different territories bloomed. It freaking bloomed. It opened my eyes to how society lives. But then I'm part of society. So technically that's how I live as well. It kind of reminds me of the movie Twilight, vampires versus the werewolves. The werewolves cannot cross into the vampire line, and then the vampires cannot cross into the werewolf line. But I feel like in this reality, there's a secret line that certain people cannot pass. This could all be in my mind. I mean, this life is a hallucination, right? But it makes me wonder, where does the separation start? Does the separation start by a simple stoplight? I saw a picture online of the border between Canada and America. It looks like domino blocks. There was one girl who walked over the line, walked over it again, then walked back over it again. America, she was in Canada, America, Canada. But it's all invisible. It's as if someone really did say, this is my land, this is mine, you cannot cross it. Someone probably did say that because now we have borders. But why? It's all invisible. It's only real because we make it real. When I asked this question of why do cities look completely different, the person said to me, why do you even care? You can't change anything about it. That person isn't wrong. That person isn't right. I cannot change anything about it. But what I can change is being aware to that reality, being aware that there are these invisible lines that we ignore, that we accept, but we're all in the same city. We're all on the same planet. We're literally ants who think we're all kings and queens when we're literally all the same. All of us are domino pieces.